They say Japan has spirits that belong to the summer. Not the kind that haunt houses or forests, but the kind that haunt the heat itself. And there's one name whispered more than others, the Kunekune, the waving one. It's something people claim to see across the countryside, usually near rice fields shimmering in the sunlight. Always distant, always moving, even when the air is perfectly still. The first reports came from farmers. They said they'd noticed something tall and white swaying far out in the fields. Not quite human, not quite a scarecrow. It didn't walk or stumble, just waved like a sheet caught in a wind that wasn't there. Most people ignored it. You see strange things in the heat, after all. But then, a boy visiting his grandparents noticed it one afternoon. It was hot, the kind of heat that makes the air ripple. He thought maybe it was a scarecrow too, until he realized there weren't any near that part of the field. He pointed it out to his older brother. The older one laughed, went inside, and came back with binoculars. But the moment he looked through them, he stopped laughing. He didn't say anything for the rest of the walk home. That night, the boy heard him in the next room, whispering, laughing to himself, mumbling words that didn't make sense. By morning, he couldn't stop shaking. Their grandfather found out what had happened and went pale. He told them, never look directly at the Kunekune. He said it's not dangerous to see it from a distance. It's just there like a mirage. But once you try to understand it, once you look too closely, something breaks inside you, because what you're seeing isn't supposed to make sense. The older brother got worse over the next few days. He stopped responding to anyone, stared out the window toward the fields, whispering under his breath. Then one morning, he was gone. No footprints, no signs of struggle, just an open door and the empty path to the rice fields. They searched for days. All they ever found were two things: the binoculars lying in the dirt and a patch of grass pressed flat as if something tall had stood there. The family moved soon after. The grandfather refused to talk about it again. But before they left, the boy asked him what he thought the Kunekune really was. The old man hesitated for a long time, then said, "When you look across the fields on a hot day, you see the air bend. That shimmer is the border between our world and another. The Kunekune is what you see when that border moves." Since then, there have been dozens of similar stories. Hikers, travelers, even drone operators claiming to see a tall, thin shape waving from the distance. Always where the ground trembles with heat. Always standing too still, moving too smooth, as if it's watching through layers of air. And if anyone ever tries to focus on it to see its face, they go quiet. Some start to laugh. Some wander off and never come back. People say it's harmless if you don't pay attention, but that's the problem. Once you notice it, you can't stop wondering what it really is. And that curiosity, that moment you decide to look closer, that's when it waves back.